Hari Om. My name is Arvind. So now we have seen two of those six Shakta Sampati, right? Shama and Dhamma. So the thing is, if I want to keep all of you in this room, then I have to do two things. First thing is I need to put a restriction saying please keep the mobiles switched off, right? Please keep the mobiles in silent mode, or please keep it switched off, or things like that. Because the first disturbance that can come either through the mobile. That's the easiest way for the disturbance to come into our life, right? In some rare cases, something may happen outside, and that may draw your attention, and therefore you may leave this place and go. So that has to be prevented. So that is prevention of all external disturbances, which happens through Dhamma. So through Dhamma, I have kept the senses under control. So all external distractions and disturbances I have avoided. But that is no guarantee that all of you will still be listening to whatever we are saying right now. So even though we are in the same room, it's very possible that mentally my mind has gone different places. So that also we say that okay, I will not allow my mind to take me where it wants to. I will exercise control over it. I will keep it where I want. So that becomes Shama. So once you have ensured that physically you are in this place, you are not going anywhere, or you are not getting disturbed, mentally you are in this place, then you automatically remain here. You don't have to do anything else, right? Once I have ensured that there is no other disturbances outside, and that mentally I am not getting disturbed from within, then my mind automatically starts to be where it needs to be. It automatically withdraws itself. That is called Uparama, or the withdrawal of the mind. So that mind, which has been trained through Dhamma and through Shama, automatically withdraws itself from the external distractions, from the external sense objects, and focuses. And that is called Uparama. The word Uparama itself, if you break it up, it says Uparama. Upa means near, and Rama means to revel. So the mind revels something near or something within. Now, what is the definition that Shankaracharya ji has given in Tattva? It's a very interesting definition that Shankaracharya ji has talked about. So let us discuss. And just to get the flow, since they are very easy ones, I would like all of you to also repeat the definition after I say. Uparamakaha Swadharmanushthanameva. So Uparamakaha, what is Uparama? So he is saying it is Swadharmanushthanameva. It is the dedicated performance of Swadharma, or it is dedicated following of Swadharma. So the question is, why has Shankaracharya ji given this definition? Because ideally he should have said Uparama is Upa and Rama, it is the withdrawal of the mind. But why is he talked about Swadharma here suddenly? So there are different ways in which we can understand this reason. Shankaracharya has very beautifully used the word Swadharma. The first thing that we understand by Swadharma is our own nature or our duty. The interpretation happens in what we do. That is our own duty. For example, if I am a student, my Swadharma is to study. If I am a banker, then my Swadharma is to do my banking. So depending on which place I am, I have got a particular Swadharma. So Uparama here then means that I should dedicatedly pursue whatever that particular Swadharma I have got at this point of time. So question is, how is that related to withdrawal? Because the moment we try to focus on what we are doing and we want to do it dedicatedly, it cannot happen if the mind is not there at that moment of time. For me right now, if I am sitting here and my Sadharma right now is to talk on Uparama. So while I am doing that, if I want to do it with complete dedication, then my mind automatically withdraws from everything else and is focused only on the content that I am speaking. In that way, in whatever actions we do, when we have to do it dedicatedly to it, then automatically withdrawal of the mind takes place. That's the first thing. And the reverse is also true. Now, Swadharma also means that doing what is is in your nature. So in that sense, when we say that you want to take up a career, we always insist that the career should be such that it is in line with your Swadharma. The reason we mention that is if it automatically say people here are very good, who really like, say, acting or really good at the stage. So when they go on the stage, they don't have to force the Shama Dhamma happens automatically. They get withdrawn and that they get into that zone. Same thing for those who are good at different things. So even if you happen to choose your Swadharma itself as your line of work, then automatically Uparama will be very easy for you at that stage. That's the second. Now, suppose you say that no, I am not, unfortunately my career is already decided and maybe it is not really in line with my Swadharma. Then even then, that this can become a sadhana itself. And if I try to keep my mind where I am working, as Gurudev beautifully put, mind where the hands are. So if I can keep my mind where the hands are, then automatically I will be achieving greater concentration, greater integrity of my mind, and Uparama happens. That's the first meaning of why Shankaracharya ji used the word Swadharma Anushtanameva. Second thing, all of us have been blaming our minds. Okay, right from the start we have been saying, mind is this, mind is that, it keeps running away, it is a troublemaker. In fact, most of us, we blame so much on the mind. But is it really the nature of the mind? Is that the nature of the mind to constantly run away, constantly be troubling, constantly giving us harm, anger? Is this what is the nature of the mind? If that was so, then the mind should be most comfortable when it is there. If I would say a wandering mind is constantly moving, roaming around, that is the nature of the mind, or that's how the mind is, then I should enjoy that. Think of it. Suppose you are in a lecture where you're somehow it's lucky for you, the teacher is good, you're able to concentrate on whatever is being said, the mind is there. Would you feel good after such a lecture? Or a lecture where you constantly have to look, or you have to secretly open WhatsApp and try to see the messages, or your constantly mind is distracted everywhere? Would you enjoy such a lecture? You would definitely say that is more energy consuming, more gives so much boredom. In fact, they say that I want to bunk that lecture. Why do you want to bunk the lecture? It's good, no, mind is wandering, but that's not our nature of the mind. So Swadharma Anushtanameva again refers that the Swadharma of the mind is to be withdrawn or to be single point. So therefore Uparama again means that you bring your mind back, withdraw into one particular point of thinking. The third and the highest form of what Shankaracharya is saying is what is the essential nature of all of us, which is what has been pointed out at the start, which is also referred to it, is that real self. So our mind dedicatedly contemplating upon that nature, Swadharma, is again Uparama. So we can interpret it in different ways, each of which indicates the same thing, that it's a withdrawal of the mind. We can start it at this stage by dedicated performance of our duties, wherever we are, whatever we are doing. Another small thing here is that if you think about it, the time we spend overall in maybe doing specific spiritual sadhana, okay, whichever it may be. We may be doing japa, we may be doing some meditation, we may be doing something. That compared to that, the time in which we spend doing our daily duties, there is no comparison. And whether or not we are doing anything specific sadhana, we are definitely doing our daily duties. So the best thing to do is to turn your daily duties into sadhana. And therefore, if you are doing a Swadharma with full dedication, then automatically you are doing a great sadhana, you are doing it for such a long period of time, japa, meditation, etc. becomes very easy. So that is the beauty of Uparama, which Shankaracharya has mentioned in just one beautiful word of Swadharma Anushtanameva. But the thing is, while I am trying to get into this dedicated performance of the duty and all that, does it automatically give me an insulation from all other problems or all other things outside life? Does it make me give some sort of that okay, I am going to, when you are driving a vehicle, we put on an L board, right? Saying that he is L board, so therefore just give him a little bit of leeway. So can we all put an S board saying we are sadhaks? So we are all sadhaks, please. So don't take offense or give us a little leeway when we are doing some things. So unfortunately there is nothing we can do. So we are going to be constantly bombarded with something or the other, even when we are trying to do. You may say, I am trying to reach Brahman and these people are troubling me. But there is nothing we can do about it. It is going to come irrespective of who we are and what we are trying to do. So at this situation, what is important is the next quality, which is Titiksha. What is that? Let's see. Titiksha ka Shitoshna Sukha Dukkhadi Sahishnutvam. So here in beautifully says, what is Titiksha? Titiksha ka Shitoshna, heat and cold and heat. Sukha Dukkha, happiness and sorrow, Adi, etc. etc. Sahishnutva, endurance. Endurance also pairs of opposite that we experience in the world outside. So here Shankaraji has talked about Shita Ushna, which refers to the different things, the physical domain. There are so many opposites that we have to go through. We are experiencing it right there, right? Ushna is right outside. And maybe early in the morning we have Shita these days. So that's already there outside. So there is going to be, physically we are subjected to a lot of opposites. Sukha Dukkha, mental, different emotions, different things. Again, Shankaraji has put Adi, which means etc. So even on the intellectual level, the honor or dishonor, success, failure, different opposites are something we are going to be constantly experiencing through life. We have to cheerfully endure that. That is Titiksha. So the thing is, how can we, first of all, does Titiksha only mean going through these things? If that is so, then we are all having Titiksha anyway. Because we are going to go through this. Irrespective of who we are, what position we are, there is no insulation from any of these opposites for any of us anywhere. But Titiksha is cheerfully enduring all of this. Cheerful acceptance of these pairs of opposites, knowing that, and how are we going to achieve it? There are some small things we can keep in mind. First is, we don't have a choice. Which is a very clear and something which you have to be very comfortable and accepting. There is no choice. No matter who we are, which position we are in, health and sickness is going to come. Irrespective. Success and failure is going to happen. Happiness and sorrow are going to happen. But this acceptance of a fact, here we are not even saying that accept something you don't see or accept something you don't perceive. It's acceptance of what all of us have experienced right through since birth. But just accept. That's the first step. Second step is to understand that all this is based on justice, which comes from the point of view of karma. I am not going to go into karma because there is a whole section dedicated to that which will come soon. But believing and understanding that it is not what I have to go through, but not that why only I have to go through. That is not the issue. Everyone has to go through, and it is clearly there based on karma. There is a justice behind it, there is a logic behind it. It is not happening. Nobody has any specific interest in troubling us as a second. The third we have to keep, for those who are having devotion towards God, the third is the very beautiful way of doing it, is what is called as prasada buddhi, which is accept whatever you face in life as the prasad of God. The word prasad itself means that which we cheerfully accept. So we go and accept whatever we get as a prasad that God has given me. So I will take it, accept it. So that is the prasada. There are some small things to be kept in mind. And one thing here is that when we are saying that it is sahishnutvam, it is not Shankaracharya knows it only for dukkha. He said sukha dukkha. So it is not restricted to only negative experiences in life. This quality of titiksha, because many of us, in fact, there are some people who don't know how to take failure, but there are even few people who know how to take success. So titiksha is involved causing both pairs of opposites. Whether it is sukha or dukkha, whether it is happiness or sorrow, take all that. And one of the beautiful examples of this titiksha can be seen in the life of our Gurudev. When he was a student when he was going studying under Swami Tapovan Maharaj, of course, physically he had to do a lot of titiksha. Many of you will be aware that it was in Uttar Kashi and very small place, a lot of physical things. But there was one interesting incident which I would like to share. Once some devotees had given some cotton to Tapovan Maharaj and asked him to make a robe from it. So he handed over that responsibility to Gurudev and said, please make that for me. Gurudev very carefully made all that and he stitched the robe and he handed it over to Tapovan Maharaj. Tapovan Maharaj suddenly one day came and said, oh, this robe is torn. And you have not been careful, you have been careless in handling the cotton. Gurudev was very surprised. I have never done like that. And can you please show me? He said, no, I saw you only tore it. He said, no, I have not torn it. I can assure you that. And then he said, oh, you are a liar. This was very hard. Nobody had called Gurudev a liar and Gurudev never used to lie. He felt very hurt by that. How is he calling me a liar? My own Guru that too. And at each time after that, whenever Gurudev used to, he used to keep saying liar, liar. Tapovan Maharaj used to keep on saying liar, liar. Gurudev was getting very hurt by this. How can that, my Guru doesn't believe me. And how can I lie? Why should I lie? What benefit I am getting? Very upset. And then one others, good disciple who told you that don't worry, just take it easy. He just wants to see whether you can accept all those things or accept these different don't take it to your heart. Then again, one day Gurudev came with friends, so again Tapan Maharaj said liar. So this time, Gurudev smiled and said, perhaps. So immediately Tapan Maharaj smiled and said, Arey, the whole creation is a lie. So what big deal does it happen? So at all levels, whether it is emotional or intellectual or physical, you must cultivate this quality of Titiksha. And there's a very beautiful thing once a Brahmacharya ji in the ashram told me. He said that if somebody wants to go to the airport and has to catch a train or a bus or railway station, at that point of time, he wouldn't be keep fighting with the taxi driver for 2 rupees. Because he knows there's a train to catch or there's a flight to catch. So he will not waste his time and energy in haggling for 2 rupees. Similarly, if we know that we have a bigger purpose in life and we are here for an entirely beautiful thing, we are not going to allow these small pinpricks of life to disturb us and completely shake us. But for getting there, we must have a complete faith that such a higher purpose exists. So how do we develop that faith? That is the next quality of that is called Shraddha. So I'll pass on the baton to